Hey there, Cancers, my little water babies. How are you doing? It is your buddy Dharma here to do another weekly spread for you. Please forgive my ratchet appearance. As many of you know, I am a firefighter, and we got one call that lasted half the day. I came home. We got another call. I had to turn around and run back out. I got home late at like 10:30. And I was like, I need to do all these readings, and the thought of blow drying my hair and doing all of this was just like a giant nope. So this is what you get. It's all good. Okay, so this is for Cancer and Cancer cross watchers. Thank you so much for stopping by. And a quick disclaimer, this is supposed to be for about a week from whenever you watch this, not from when it was uploaded, okay? So I'm trying to pull in energies for about 7 days. And yeah, so let us move forward with Sunburny Dharma. Here we go. I just lit some sage, and now there's sage in my fingernails. Hold on. Okay. Guides and angels, anyone from the highest good for Cancer for the week ahead. Cancer and Cancer cross watchers, please. There's one. Two more together. Okay. First and foremost, oh my goodness, this has been coming out for everybody. I don't know what's in the water or what's in the air or what's happening in the universe, but everybody is hooking up with their soulmate right now. I always see the Six of Cups as soulmates. And here's why. Because the past is anything like what I just said just now was in the past. And I think I said that on another video recently. So the past can go from 2 seconds ago to 2 million years ago. So this could be a new relationship that hasn't been moving, so therefore it's in the past. This could be a past life relationship. This could be 2 boyfriends ago, 2 girlfriends ago, whatever. But this is memories and nostalgia, and I just want to be like really being in the feels. There is the person depicted in this picture has been shot directly in the ass by Cupid's arrow, except that it's not Cupid. I live way out in the country, and there's country flies and gnats and critters in here. Sorry. What was I saying? It's not Cupid's arrows, it's spirit. It's divine timing. It's a soul contract. And when it comes due, you don't necessarily have a choice. And yeah, there's free will, okay, yeah. But when we're talking about soul contracts, that's something that's already been predestined. And the universe will do lots and lots and lots of shenanigans to make sure that it all falls into place, okay? So then we have someone who is sitting around contemplating, that's the Four of Swords, contemplation, about why they're not happy. Like, what is it that I'm missing? Where's the thing in my life that I need that's going to give me the 10 of Cups? You know, and looking at the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Something isn't working. Something isn't growing. Something isn't moving. Yeah, it's just a burden, and there's been betrayal and probably lies and just, you know, not happy but still in the situation and just sitting in a place of contemplation, like, what am I missing? What is it that I don't have? Because, I mean, look at her. She already has the big old diamond. She has a bunch of diamonds and a bunch of critters, and I'm sure as Cancer folks, you can appreciate all the sea creatures, right? As a creature lands on my arm. But she's clutching to her chest something else. And it's like it's almost like, I can't figure it out. I can't figure out what the missing piece is. And then we go back to this, and it's like this call, and it's almost like a telepathic communication from your soul person in their like spirit space, okay? Calling out for their own soulmate, even if they don't know who their soulmate is. So if one person is trying to activate it and they're calling it out, the counterpart is going to hear it. And what happens is when the counterpart hears it, they go into this place of, what is wrong with my life right now? What am I missing? Because when the soulmate or soul contract, if you will, because I keep saying soulmate, that doesn't mean it's good. You know, sometimes we run into karmic soulmates, right? But when a soul contract comes due, you automatically go into this place of, I'm missing something. There's something on the wing, something, right? And I'm like beating this horse, but you see what I'm saying here? This came in over the ethers, and it's like they wake up, and look, she was like laying down, she sits up, she's like, what in the actual F is this? Like thing, like sits up in bed, like, and it may have been a dream, and if they didn't remember the dream, but you still have the feeling, it's like they get up the next day and they're like, everything is different. Why is everything different? Why does everything look different? Why are you acting different? You know, because that's what I'm saying, something isn't working with an Emperor and maybe an Aquarius, and it needs to end, right? Something isn't working. And this feels very profound, like I'm sitting up like look at my face. I have my thinking horns. What is wrong with this picture? And it's almost like a whole other reality because, okay, we had the moons, full moons, particularly blue moons. You know that term, once in a blue moon. We're not going to have another blue moon until 2021, maybe even longer than that. They don't come around very often. And it was big and fat. And if you look on my on my Facebook page, I took a picture of it over my cornfield out there. Gorgeous, right? My point is, moonology, they open portals. It's the reason why on Samhain, which is supposed to be Halloween, it's the full moon right before Halloween, that the veil is so thin, because when you get to those places and all of the aspects are aligned, they create portals. And what's a portal? A portal is the door that says, okay, it's time for this soul contract. It's here. It's time to do it. Now do it. And then so you wake up, and it's not bossy, because if you believe in incarnation, reincarnation, coming up with a plan before you get into a meat suit, you know, then you would have already agreed to this. So it's not like the universe is tricking anybody. You know what I mean? Like you've already, in some way, shape, or form, already agreed to this in spirit town. But my point is that you wake up the next day like, why does everything look different? Why am I totally not attracted to that person anymore? What's happening to me? It's not funny. My point is that over the week, Cancer, if you'll notice, and it might be hindsight, I always say that spiritual messages and psychic stuff, it always makes sense after. Because everyone I've ever done a reading for, they're like, I know exactly what that is. I know exactly what you're talking about. And they come back a week later like, that's not what you were talking about at all. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just repeating what I hear in my head. So my point is, over the week, everything's just going to seem different. It's going to feel different. It's going to taste different. It's going to feel wrong. Some things are going to feel very right. So let's see what else we have here. We have the King of Fire in reverse and the Messenger page, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like a standstill. I'm blocking my heart. I'm blocking any offers. I'm not giving anyone anything because something isn't right here. Something isn't right here, right? So it's just like brick wall. For now, you know, we're just talking about a week. And it has to do with the fact that this soul contract, in whatever way, shape, or form that it works out for you, is coming due. And they can feel it. This person can feel it. And so you have the Four of Swords, which is full-on contemplation mode. And also after a full moon, particularly one that big, you really shouldn't do anything except for rest, because people are feeling exhausted. People are just, you need a moment, because particularly with that moon, things got released, things got broken, things got, you know, changed in a mega way. So now we need a moment to recoup and also probably see some of the changes come in. Okay. So who do we have? This is the Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. This is my very first card deck. It's not tarot, but this was my very first, I guess, Oracle deck ever. I got it when I was like 13. I love them. I have a really good relationship with the fairies and my buddies. So, who do we have from the fairies for Cancer this week, please? Yeah. Adventure, travel. This is the journeyman, okay? This is what I'm talking about. This is when it's probably, I was going to say it's probably the masculine here, but that doesn't necessarily have to be. I just heard stepping off into the unknown. Because something isn't right here anyways. So clearly, it's time to pack up and move on. And I think it's probably going to take the entirety of the week to come to this. But this is, you know, but look, people are happy for the journeyman. That guy's smiling. So this is kind of like the Fool, okay? It looks almost exactly like the Fool, come to think of it. But it's about getting, and that might also be this. Like, yeah, you go through this place of like, I'm missing something. But at the same time, this calling out, telepathic call is like, come to me. Come on this adventure with me. Let's have this new start together. And it feels like they because that's the 1 in the 5, that's also a 6, right? So we have part of somebody willing to, it just doesn't feel like this is happening this week. This feels like the idea, okay, that this is leading to this. Walking forward, walking on, moving away. It just doesn't feel like that's what they're thinking about. Like, could I? Should I? Something isn't right here. Should I do this? It feels very should I. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Surprised we didn't see any like 2 of Swords or any of that. What else do we have coming out for the fairies this week? The Oak Man. Strength. And that might be this. Particularly if, I guess, this masculine, because we were talking about the Emperor, right? So I think this is the masculine, or whoever, you know. They may already know who this is and may have already had an encounter, but they're not offering anything at all. No hearts, no pentacles, no nothing. And it's taking a lot of strength. They're being like, I heard stoic. Because I think what they really want to do is this with this person and this right to them. Okay. But there is a need to be stronger than that. Right? Not stronger than that. I just feel like they honestly think that for right now, the best thing to do is to not do anything because they need to contemplate. Because all of this mess up here with the potential Aquarius and it's not working and it's burdens and a death needs to happen. That's not an easy feat. That's not something that, like if it's a job and you had it and it's a good job and you could potentially have another job, but you need to clear up your time and space for it. And it might be like commission, so it might not work. That's super risky. Kind of like stepping off this dude's head into, you know, the abyss. It's scary. It deserves a little bit of thought. It deserves time, basically. And so whoever we're talking about here is really trying to have the strength to pause. Because this is here. It's in the air. It's in their thought space already. Whether they've already known this person or whether this is someone who is just calling out for their soulmate and you so happen to be their soulmate and you haven't met them yet. Point is that the energy of this is already there. And that is important to note. Okay. So I'm going to do an extended. I want to find out more about the soulmate relationship and why it's important. I want to find out if this is going to change in this week. If you do end up getting any kind of offer or passionate encounter. And then I want to find out if the decision really is that the soulmate is the one that they want to walk to. So we need to move a little farther in this. Okay. So if you're interested in learning more, the link for the extended is in the box below. Thanks so much for being here. Again, sorry about all of this. This just happens sometimes because this is my meat suit and it's what it looks like. So there you go. But I love me and hopefully you can too. Okay. Even with all my flaws. So, again, that's all I have for you. Thanks so much for stopping by. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to click that little bell. And until next week, have a good one, Cancer.